Hi, I'm Darren, and I'm here to talk about scams and being safe from scams. So, here we go. Stay safe, watch out for scams. All scams rely on two aspects of human nature that are relied upon by legitimate businesses too, which is how they work. First of all, first one is we like to get a good deal or bargain or save money. So, something, for example, like buy one, get one free, or buy three of these for £10 instead of the usual £4.50 each. They rely on, to a degree, people thinking they're getting something for nothing and making it sound reasonable. The other thing is fear of missing out, also known as FOMO, F-O-M-O. For example, offer ends at midnight, or the classic double glazing one, I can give you a discount of 50% if you sign right now. The reason for that is we don't like to think other people might get what we haven't got. More importantly, it doesn't give you the time to think. You haven't got a chance to think about what you're doing. It sounds like a good idea. They've made it sound plausible. Everything's wonderful. Sign here, buy now, before you've had a chance to consider. So the most important thing you can do in any scam to avoid being scammed is to remember SAT. That's stop and think. Stop and think. SAT. And I'll be repeating that throughout the presentation. First one, phone scams. We've all had them. Fraudsters call you on your phone, mobile, home number, whichever it may be, usually from a trusted organisation like your bank or your credit card provider, utility company. And there's normally, they'll have some of your details, which is how it works. They've already got your details from somewhere else. May even be some of those other calls you've taken before you realise you're being scammed and hung up. Never confirm anything. What they're trying to do is confirm details with you. So when they ask you, can I speak to Mr. Smith? Just ask them, what do you want? Don't say, yes, that's me, because you've now confirmed two things. Your phone number's correct and your name's correct. That's two ticks on their list of things to check if they want to scam you. But they will then ask you to confirm, once they've got you feeling comfortable, they must know me because they knew details about me. It's about your online so-and-so account, your Amazon account. 50% chance of them if you're having an Amazon account chance. So you believe what they're saying. I'm fortunate I don't have certain accounts, so I know straight away when they say you calling about your TSB bank account, I haven't got one, so I know straight away to hang up. But what if they ring and ask, say it's from my own bank, and they know things about me? I'm more inclined to listen and believe it's them. So again, just remember, they shouldn't ask you to confirm anything about yourself. If they're genuine, sometimes I say, well, there's been a problem on your account. Can you just confirm the account number? And once you've done that, you've let them in. So, and if they don't go any further that time, the next time they ring you, they'll have that information, and so you'll be even more roped in. That's where the term vishing and fishing comes from. They'll reel you in like catching a fish. So don't ever give them it. My usual response if they say, can we do security questions, and they've called me, is to say, I don't know who you are, so can you tell me the first and fourth letter of my passport, my password? That stops them dead, because obviously they're not expecting that. Even the genuine bank doesn't like that, and I say, I'll call you back there and hang up. So that's always worth thinking. So HMIC scam, very common one, this. You receive an automated phone call, usually with an American sounding computerized voice. That could be real, because obviously computers use Americanization. And it usually says something like, you owe HM Revenue and Customs outstanding tax for whatever year it may be. You may now face a lawsuit which may result in a warrant for your arrest. Don't ignore, call this number now. And that's playing to those two things. Fear of losing out, FOMO again, and also an urgency that you must do it now before you have time to think. So just remember, SAT, stop and think. Would HMRC ring me like that? Wouldn't they send me a letter? That's more likely. Would they phone me and expect me to pay over the phone? Very unlikely. Why have I not had a tax bill for this yet? That's unlikely. HMRC do tend to send out bills first. As soon as you start to think about it, it doesn't sound quite so feasible. So just hang up. If it's genuine, they'll write to you. Text messaging, also known as smishing. SM for the SMS messages. Usually claimed to be from your bank or a company you have an account with, typically Netflix, Apple, PayPal, those sort of companies. And obviously a vast number of people have those, so they believe it's real when it arrives. Looks something like the ones on the screen there. It's usually involving some kind of problem with the purchase you've just made or haven't made, suspicious activity on your account, need to verify account details. It's all about urgency. You usually have a link to contact there and then, click on a number to call. Look at the two here. First of all, the one on the right, PayPal. Your account has been locked. Now, you're one of those people who pay by PayPal, so that's going to make you panic. I can't pay me Netflix tonight, and I can't buy me washing machine, or whatever it is you're looking to do. So then, please click on the link to restore your access. So you click on the link. It looks genuine. Takes you through to something that looks genuine, perhaps. Then they'll ask you to log in. And no matter what information you put in that login is irrelevant, it will let you in. Because they don't know your own password. You're not on the real site. So whatever you put in there is your name and password, it will get you in. And it will then ask you to confirm your bank details, because that's where the problem is. So you go in and change all your account details, thinking you're in the secure part. And you've just given the scammer all of the information they need to go and scam you. So don't click on the link. If it's genuine, go to your PayPal account online and do it again. And you'll probably find there's no message there saying you've been having suspicious activity. The one in the middle, approve the online payment to Amazon for £728.99. Please reply with a Y for yes. And if no, please call this number. The number could be anything. It might look genuine. Immediately. Thank you. What jumps out of that to protect you? Step back. Remember SAT. Step back and think. Stop and think. Approve the online payment to Amazon for £728.99 now. So it's urgent. Want you to click now before you think. Reply Y for yes. Well, obviously it's not a genuine thing, so you're going to want to say no. But if this was a genuine way of dealing with it, we just have or N for no. End of story. Why would you have to phone someone? And if no, call this number immediately. So they try to get you to stop going to your Amazon account and checking there and ringing then the number that comes up on the contact us details. That number's not going to go to Amazon. Get someone else who'll answer the phone and say it's Amazon. They'll check through your bank details. Everything's signed. We'll sort it out for you, sir. Hang up on you, and then they've got all the information they need to scam you. And finally, the thing that shows there as well is the misspelt words. This is quite common in scams. I'll come to that in the next one. Email scams. These are the ones most people have had, known as phishing. For obvious reasons, they're phishing real you in. Typically come from banks again or other trusted companies. Can look very convincing because it's easy, if you've received the email from your own bank, to copy the screen and paste that into another one and put your own text into it. It's quite straightforward for someone who knows what they're doing. They often don't have the correct contact details or no text details. And the email address at the top may look genuine. But here's a tip. Look at the two pictures on the side there. I've sent this to myself. At the top there, I've got, because it's come to me, it's got my full address here, because I've got one, but it would just say me. I could have that saying John Smith. It doesn't matter. You can change that in your settings to say whatever you want the other person to see. So what you do is you move your mouse over, that's where it says who it's from, and it should then pop up with the actual email address. Now in this case, you can see it's the same email address. So it's genuinely from me. But if I put John Smith there and it came up saying Darren at Local Equity Release Advice, you think, what was that about? I'll check that. So always check the email for any emails that come through that you weren't expecting. Just hover over it. Sometimes you have to physically click on that link, but it won't do anything. You're safe when you click on that. It just brings up what the details of the email are. Also look for poor grammar and punctuation, spelling. Typically, these scams are produced by people not in the UK. English isn't their first language. So they're using Google Translate and things like that. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't sound, you imagine, again, SAT, stop and think. Would my bank not check properly the grammar and wording? Would my bank not send me a properly worded letter? It's not text. It's a professional business. They're going to send you a genuine checked letter, email. Anybody that runs a professional business in the UK will not send badly worded, badly spelt letters out. So check for that. I know it's difficult if your spelling's not that great yourself, but it helps. Right? Poor graphics or odd formatting are another thing to look at, because if they've copied and pasted it from somewhere else, it may not line up properly when you look at it in a different screen. Whereas if it's been done by the professional coding man at the bank, then if you look at it on a phone, it will rearrange itself to look tidy. If you're looking at it on your computer, it will rearrange itself to fit the shape of your screen. But the scammers have just pasted it in, so it's not going to realign itself. So words might overlap and get squashed and all the sort. So that's something else to look out for. Not guaranteed, because some companies do have bad coding, but there you go. So never click on any links or download any attachments unless you can guarantee they're genuine, which you can't, so never do it. If there's a link to their website, why not just go to their website? Go open your computer or whatever you use, your smartphone, whatever you're using, put into your browser www.natwestbank.co.uk, or wherever it might be, and then look for whatever it is on there for you. It only takes you 2 seconds longer, could save you thousands. But remember, always remember SAT, stop and think. If you stop and think, does this look like it could be genuine? 9 times out of 10, you'll know it's not. So this is a typical one. Which is it a scam? Which of these are fake? One on the left, typical pop-up. I've seen this myself. Apple account security alert. Your Apple ID was used to sign into iCloud from a different device. Common, this one, if you changed phones or gone to your laptop or your your tablet or desktop in your office or anything. Gives you a little bit of information and said, if it wasn't you, and believe someone may have accessed your account, go to Apple ID and make sure you're indeed the owner of the account. Sounds very plausible and genuine, that one. On the right-hand side, dear Darren, they know my name, so sounds like it would be someone I know. Today, you signed in your Apple account at 12:52 for an unknown device. All right. No, I didn't. Which is basically what the other one's saying. Did you sign in? If this is what not you, please let us know by calling us on this number or by email us at this number at apple.com. Thank you, Sam Flynn, Head of Customer Services. Both pretty much the same thing. But one wants me to phone the number they're giving me urgently, now, yeah? Or email an email link. Again, hover over the link, see if it's a genuine link. It should say mail to getsupport@apple.com. That helps. You still don't know if apple.com is the correct address. So why not just go to your Apple account, which is what the first one did. So the first one is actually, the one on the left is actually the correct one. However, there is an issue with that as well. Sadly, they've put a verify ID button. You might click on that. So that itself could be a scam as well. It looks more genuine than the one on the right, but it might also be a scam. They wouldn't ask you to verify ID by clicking on the link. They've told you to go to access your Apple ID account and check. So both of those might be a scam, but one looks better than the other. And finally, I know they're both a scam for me because I don't have an Apple account. So I would just ignore that page. But obviously, if you have one and they say, dear John, or whatever it may be your name is, you're more likely to believe it. But remember, SAT. In my case, stop and think. I haven't got an Apple account. Bang, end of story. SAT, stop and think. Should I click on a link? No, I shouldn't. They shouldn't be telling me to do that. I'll go to my own Apple account and check. Pop-up scams, very common. We've all had them. Pop-ups usually involve you winning something or to tell you there's something wrong with your browser. Microsoft has found something wrong with your Microsoft whatever. Appears on tablets, phones, PCs, laptops, all sorts of computers. Anything that has the facility to receive. It will say, congratulations, you've been selected as a winner for a free brand new iPhone. Click here to claim your prize before it expires. So again, remember, SAT, stop and think. They're using that might miss out. I must click before it expires. So it's urgent, you've got to click. You have been selected as a winner for a free brand new phone. Why? Why would they give me a new phone? They don't know me from Adam or Apple. It could be genuine. People do promotional things of giving away their product free to try and get people to try it. But send me personally randomly selected online sending me an iPhone, I might be the most computer illiterate person in the world and have no idea how to use a smartphone. They're not going to gain any sales by me having a smartphone in a box on my desk I don't know how to use. Or I might be a 12-year-old boy. All right, he goes to school with a new brand new iPhone in his pocket. His friends are all be pretty much impressed that he's got the brand new phone, but they're not going to go out and buy one. So it's not really a great marketing trick. So if you think that way, remembering, stop and think SAT, it's probably not going to work. But we all like to get that phone for something nothing, so tick in that box, and there's a fear of moving out if I don't claim before it expires. So same two commonalities. Just stop and think. If they have those in them, urgency and something you're going to be losing out on, and it's something for nothing or something that seems too good to be true, just remember, if it seems too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Simple as that. Okay, so 10 top tips. I'm going to wind up. Never disclose your security details to others. That includes your family, because they might get scammed without realizing it. Use strong passwords and PINs. Worryingly, over half the world uses the password. Some use a capital P just to confuse it. They also use PIN, P-I-N, of 1234 or 0000. Not very clever. Unfortunately, there aren't that many PIN. There's only 10,000. 9999 is the most you can go to. Then 000. You can go 0001, 00. So there's actually only 10,000. So it's probably the person in the room with you has the same PIN number statistically. So not that safe. So that's why your password's key. You must have a password. Use a strong password. Try and make it something that only you could ever imagine it could be. So don't mean outside of the word password. One of the more common ones is John Smith, 1997, because that's the year they were born. John Smith, 31, they live at number 31. That sort of thing is what most people do. First thing a scammer tries. Think about 3 random words, for example. I don't know, let's have a look. Glasses, laptop, pencil. Just 3 things on my desk at the moment. Put those together as one word. Who would ever imagine to put those 3 words together? But you won't ever forget them because it's so unusual. If you really want to mix it up, then change some, because most passwords require you to have a number of some sort in there, or a capital letter, or sometimes the special characters like the asterisk or the star or the exclamation mark or something. So just replace some of the letters with those facilities. So for example, you might have glasses, capital G, L, 4 for an A, 55 for the S's, ES. Now you've changed it completely. Who's going to guess that? So that's the way to make a strong password. Here's a difficult one, number 4. Never write your passwords down. That's great if you haven't got that many. But if, like most people, you've got something for everything you do, your bank, your Amazon, but you end up with 30, 40, 50 passwords. You're not going to remember them, so of course you're going to write them down. But don't write them down. Don't store them on your phone. Don't store them on your computer. Write them in a little book in your, and leave it at home in a safe place, so that if you need it, you can get it. But normally, with most things, once you've logged in once, it remembers you next time. So unless it gets locked out, you don't need them on you. So don't, and you put up with the fact you might have to go wait until you get home to get into that particular site. Only save your passwords on private devices. That doesn't mean your smartphone. That isn't private. They can be easily copied. It's not your tablet. It's not, realistically speaking, it's not even your PC at home. If it's anything that's connected to the internet in any way, shape or form, Wi-Fi or whatever, is not safe. The old-fashioned piece of paper locked in a drawer is about the only thing that's really safe. Keep firewalls and antivirus software up to date on all your devices. People forget to put that on their mobile phones. It's easy to do. Most app stores, you can just download several different versions of free antivirus software. AVG is quite common. They don't take up a lot of space on your phone. They don't take, and they update automatically and they're free. So why don't you do it? And they will just automatically pop up if some of the more common scams occur. Limit the amount of personal information you provide on social media. People don't realise how it's easy to build in a matter of minutes. I perhaps would get your name. I then search online for your name. Up comes your Facebook account. Now, you might have all the settings set as private, so it might be much showing you. But some of your friends might not. And I can probably find out details about you from posts you put on them about happy birthday. I now know you ain't. Celebrating my birthday. It's a big one this year. I'm 30. Oh, now I know your date of birth. There you go. I've got your full name, date of birth, where you live. I can do a search online. You're on the electoral roll. That become the full details in. I've now got quite a lot of information about you when I phone you to scan you. Hello, is that John Smith? Oh, I don't know if you're well. You're currently 31 and live at number so and so. Yes, you just confirmed it. So don't do that. Right? Make sure you have strong security settings on your social media. So on your media. So on your Facebooks and your Instagrams and the like. Do you need me to be able to see yours? Or is it just your friends? Is it just your family? In which case, go in and tweak the settings to make it private. Only to these people. Don't have it public. If you don't have put anything that's personal on there, or it's only just pictures of you, of countrysides and things like that, fine. Let everybody see it. It's nice to see. But if it's personal stuff, set it to private. Because I don't need to know what your breakfast looked like this morning. I'm not that interested. I don't need to know when your mum's birthday is. But if I'm a scammer, I'd love to have that bit of information as well. And your mum's maiden name, great. I can find that out from checking all back in her Facebook. So all that information can be linked together. Only accept online friend requests from people you know. Now, this sounds obvious, but people accept lots of requests, particularly if they're friends of friends of friends. But again, it's all about thinking. Why does this person want to link with me? I don't know them. If they're genuine, they'll try again. Don't do online banking on public Wi-Fi. Everybody does it. Public Wi-Fi is not secure. It's easy to copy your details. If you're listening in, if you're any good at IT, you'll be able to actually copy what other people are doing on their Wi-Fi at the moment. If it's public, like your coffee shops and the like, it's not going to be safe. Wait until you get home. Is it that urgent to log into your banking account? Probably not. And the most important one, I can't remember saying this again. Finally, remember SAT. Stop and think. Everything you do, step back. Don't be pushed into the urgency. Don't panic. Just think. Does this sound right? And if it doesn't, step back and do the things you would need to do to check separately. Don't hang up on the phone and dial straight out again, because that person on a landline, that person might still be there and just pretend that they're answering the phone from the other business. If you've been rung on one number, try ringing the number you want to call from a different phone. Different phone number. That way you know you're genuinely connected. Do it from work, do it on your mobile, whatever it might be. Right. And that's me, Face. I hope that was useful. And look forward to speaking again.